Guys, it's a sale day out here in Montana. That's right, we're into January, and it's time to sell about 3,000 mini bales of alfalfa. 3,000 mini bales. I gotta load these all up and take them over to the farmer's market, sell them off today. Should be a decent paycheck coming our way. Guys, I've been stacking these, of course, over the winter. They seem to have held up, so we're gonna load them on that flatbed and take them over to the farmer's market. Now, we have the ones that are outside. I also have 1,000 more mini bales up in the barn that we're going to have to load up. Now, I've got the Dodge, of course. Should be all right. It looks like the weather's going to hold up for us, so it shouldn't be too tricky of a commute. We just got to load all these bales up. Now, I got plans for the money we're going to make off this. I've done some mathing, and we're going to make a pretty decent paycheck off this. But that paycheck, I'm probably going to spend it relatively quickly this spring. Load them up. Let's go. Oh yeah, let's load all these bales. I don't even know how many bales I can load or per load. Load per load. That'll hold. Let's go. Yeah, I have no idea how many bales we put on there. There's a ton of them. That 84,000 liters apparently. I don't know how many mini bales that is. It's a lot. All right, let's get moving. The old diesel here handles this fine. It's all right. You gotta take it a little bit easy on the corners, but. Selling these all off, my plan, guys, of course, is going to be to upgrade the farm. We need to work on the farm. Oil mill's still going great. We're still studying. I'm working towards my bachelor's degree. Maybe in the next few months, we'll be able to write the exam to qualify for that. But for today, not too worried about it. We'll get some money from this, and then maybe go do some work this afternoon at the oil mill. Let's see what kind of money we're going to make. It could be a nice paycheck, a little bonus, a little double bonus for us. Come on. Nice and easy. Chickens, get out of my way. Don't make me run you over. What are the chickens doing out here? They're just wandering around aimlessly. All right. Good money, perfect. All right, 35,000, 30, yeah, 34,000-ish. That's all right, we'll take that. So that's per load. I've got a lot of trips to make back and forth. All right, so we're at 421,000 bucks. I've started unloading in the bale barn here. You can see we still have almost 1,000 bales to load up. This is not too bad. We can just get somebody up top to throw the bales down, and we'll just throw them right onto the truck from the top part of that barn. That's a pretty slick little way of maneuvering this in there, I think. That works out pretty well. Yeah, that was great. All right, let's see if I can get out of this barn easily without hitting any of my equipment. It's a little tight trying to come out, but we're okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, hammer down, back. Sell the rest of these bales off. Much more to go. Well, watch over that bridge deck, guys. There was a deer. You see what happened? There was a deer that ran across the road, and I tried to stop, and I couldn't. So let me see if I can just get this up. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it's I don't think my suspension is supposed to do that. Yeah, that's a problem. All right, well, we'll figure this out. Let me just back this up a little bit further. We're just gonna keep on backing up. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's totally fine. It'll buff right out. It buffed right out. To be honest, I just kept on backing up and it'll just kind of let go all of a sudden. I can't believe it let go. I thought I was gonna be stuck there for a while. We'll get that looked at later on, guys. It's a deer caught me off guard. But one more load. At least there's no snow here this year, so easy enough for us to climb up and sell these bales off this year. The market seems to be like the farmer's market here is always the best price for the bales instead of going down to the feed lot down in Hobson. For some reason, it's always better here so far for us, at least. All right, load them back up. Another trip we're gonna have to make. Guys, we're gonna get so many bales to load up. This is gonna take me still a little bit of time. We'll see what we end up with here soon enough, though. Oh yeah, that's another load coming out of the barn. Nice and easy. Just cut it around here. Dealing with the best driver in Farm Sim, not a problem at all. Of course, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out and don't miss any new content from, like I said, the best driver in Farm Sim. You don't want to miss any of this exquisite driving. I'm saying that after the last time we talked, I just literally put it into a bridge embankment, regardless of which. And we're also a little low on fuel. It's time to go fill this thing up as well, so we'll probably do that. Yeah, we better fill up right now. I'm just looking at the old fuel gauge. That's not going to last us very long. Let's get fuel right now before I'll get signs down everywhere in town here too. I don't know who would have done that. Anyways, we need to get some fuel right away because I don't even know if I can get it back to Casey's here by the time that we drop the bales off. I better fill this thing up. Easy, easy. I should have kept my employee discount here, shouldn't I? All right, let's fill this thing up, see how much we got. How much money is this going to cost us? A couple $100? 223 bucks. Good sized tank on this truck. That's a decent amount of fuel. All right, we still got a couple loads to make, so we needed to make that, of course. We needed to fill this thing up. Let's go drop this off. We'll pick up our last load. I believe we got one more load after this. Yeah, that's it. Barn's empty. Barn is emptied out. Perfect. All right, I like that. We got the barn empty. We can start filling it back up again. But let's sell these off first, of course. Come on out. Come on out. Last quarter. Ah, good. Didn't even hit my rake once. Not even once. All right, so we're going to have over 600 grand in the old bank account. We got to figure out what we're going to do with that in the spring here. 631. Oh, boy. All right, I'll take that. Good, good, good. All right, so that's a good payday, guys. So we got to figure out what we're going to do this spring. I've got a bit of an idea. We'll have to figure that out, though. So while we're trying to figure that out, let's go run a couple shifts. We'll do a shift down at the oil mill today as well. We got time now. I'm not even going to go home. I'm going to go straight down to the mill. And actually going to the mill, I'm actually able to make a couple extra $1,000 before we need to upgrade our farm by working away for a bit. So another shift to put another shift in at the mill here. I'll see you guys in a few months. And we are into March. March finally here. And guys, I got to talk about my plan a little bit here. Out the backside of our house, there's this big field that's like right off the back of my yard here that I don't own. Well, I didn't own. I should say I own it now. It's a small plot of land, but I'm going to do something different with that farm or that field. On top of that, guys, I've got a lot of older equipment. So I've had to do something there once again as well. Yeah, that's not talking about you, Pitchfork. Get this Pitchfork out of here. That did not work out well. But new equipment and a new plot of land. Now, I'm going to be doing something completely different. We're going to be diversifying. We're going to be diversifying our farm a little bit now. It's time. Alfalfa's been great. And yeah, I know we should probably stick with what we're good at. But I want to upgrade our farm a little bit. I want to make things better. I want to become a little more serious. And we're not just doing alfalfa and hay. We got to do something else. There's got to be more to this whole foreman shtick out here and on Judith Plains. We got to be able to do more than that. So to begin with, of course, well, we needed something that's going to help us with planting. Because, like I said, if we're not doing alfalfa, well, we've got to plant things. And I think this setup here might be a pretty decent little workaround. It's a 2010 model John Deere. And then along with that, we have a Bourgault seeder and a direct drill at that. So I don't even need it. It's a no-till seeder, of course. So that should actually make my life pretty easy to get started with. Now, this, of course, is, well, extreme overkill for the size of the field. And, of course, yeah, the 7930, guys, this is a serious upgrade to what we were running beforehand. And, oh, hello. Excuse me, miss. You enjoying my new tractor? Yeah, it's not bad, right? All right, big gulps, eh? Big gulps. All right, let me go inside and we'll finish off. We'll sign off on this contract and we'll make this purchase official finally for us, guys. I'm actually kind of excited to buy this thing. And you know what? Look at this. Managed to pick up a pressure washer finally so I can kind of clean some of my equipment as well. About time, I know some of you are probably saying. All right, we got Jethro in here. One of the workers from the John Deere dealership here. He's going to drive it over to my farm. He'll just follow us all the way down. Come on, let's go. Hopefully Jethro's okay driving my new equipment. Let's not, please don't wreck it on the way there. That would be kind of the worst thing I would have to deal with right now. Have to go yell at somebody for crashing my, well, new to me equipment at least. This is the spot I'm most nervous about. Looks like he got through the intersection without issue. I was a little nervous there. I was sure an ice cream truck or a school bus would come and take him. Oh, there it is right there. All right, here he comes into the farm. Perfect. All right, thanks, Jethro. I appreciate you doing that. Got the pressure washer unloaded. We've got everything else taken care of. I got to go drop Jethro back off at the dealership, but we're going to go get a load of lime as well because, well, that field's going to need it. Jethro dropped him off here at the dealership. Let's go over to Tractor Supply, go fill up our lime, well, our spreader, I guess. It's a lime fertilizer spreader. Get out of my way. What are you guys doing? Senior citizens walk out in front of the truck here at the dealership. We're gonna get lime today. We emptied out the fertilizer that was in here. course, we've gotten fertilizer a few times from here, but today we're going to be getting lime for the first time. So, yep, lime, we need lime. Thank you, right about there. That should be good. And lime going in. All right, it should be relatively inexpensive. Yeah, there we go, even not even $1,000. Cool. Fertilizer is about $5,000 when we load this whole thing up. Lime and dirt cheap by comparison, which is kind of nice. But we haven't had to spread any lime before. So this will be the first time out here. Of course, we're still using the farm all for that. I'm not going to use the new John Deere for spreading our lime out yet. We'll worry about that in a bit. Hopefully, we can still get a lot of use out of the farm all. I'm pretty sure. Still, majority of my work, guys, is going to be with the farm all going forward. I don't foresee us not using this equipment. It's so cheap to run, and even the maintenance and as far as fuel goes, and she still runs fairly decently. So we're going to keep on running the farm all for a large portion of this farm going forward. I know it can be a little bit rough out here, but it is what it is. All right, we got another 5 acres roughly to set up, and we are running through lime a lot faster than fertilizer. I've got to make our trip back over to Tractor Supply to fill back up once again. Take it with the old Dodge, hook it back up, and we're done. Let's fill it back with one more trip with the farm all. It should only take us a couple more minutes and we'll be done with this. But I still have some things I want to figure out here on the farm before we wrap up here for the day at least. You know what? First things first, though, we should probably try and clean some of our equipment for the first time ever. I've never cleaned this tractor, guys, in 5 years. Yeah, this is about time this is happening right now, I suppose. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. We actually can clean and we still can't maintain things very well yet. That's still something I do need to, think about going forward. We just don't have the facilities for that right yet. Yeah, that looks way better. Ooh, looks like we need some new tires almost on this thing. We're getting there. All right, well, now we need to talk about storage, because that's also a problem I think I'm going to run into. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a problem. I mean, it kind of fits in here. Barely. It just barely. It's not going to go back very far. I don't think, though. That's not great. Yeah, all the way back, we're still hanging out the front. I don't really have a choice, though. It's not going to fit in the barn. So, yeah, I think we're going to be stuck with what this is, and it's just going to have to hang out a little bit out in the front side of this kind of Quonset lean-to. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but that's fine. We don't have a ton of storage yet. It's better than being outside. Anyways, back to the oil mill we go, guys. We'll take the bike today. Let's take the bike all the way down again. Yeah, we got to commute all the way down to Hobson for work. Down at the oil mill once again. I'll see you guys in a month when we're getting ready to plant. All right, guys, I've got an actually kind of a crazy busy day. It is April, and the rain is falling outside. No, I've got an absolutely ridiculous day ahead of me here. I had super high hopes just to jump into this field first thing this morning and plant it quickly. Unfortunately, the weather had other plans for us. So, this is my plan for the day. We're going to go down to the oil mill quickly. We're going to do maybe a split shift today. I'm going to try and work for a bit, but I've got a huge exam today. I might be able to sign off and get my bachelor's degree today if I play my cards right. So, we're heading down to the oil mill first. That's going to be thing number 1. We're going to work our shift down here, and then from there, I'm going to head up to school and see if maybe we can write our exam. So we did our partial shift. Now, let's see what we can do. I'm going to write this exam, and then hopefully we can get to planting after that, and then maybe finish off the shift at the oil mill later on tonight. But I'm super excited for this day, guys. If we can get our bachelor's degree signed off on now, this could be the last day we have to do that. But you know what we should do before we take our exam? Of course, every single time, we do need to get a coffee. Yeah, double-double? I guess double-double. Yeah, double-double. Why not? Do you guys want a donut? No? Yeah, me neither. That's it. Coffee gone. Coffee in, I should say. Coffee in hand. We're going to go over to the school. It's time for us to write this exam, guys. Let's get this done. Let's get our bachelor's degree signed off on, and we'll see where we can go from there, but it's exam time. Wish me luck, as always. Oh boy. Bachelor's degree. Let's see what we got. Hopefully we don't fail this. I don't know. We'll see. I feel confident. Don't want to fail the exam. Exam pass. Perfect. Oh, nice. All right. Sweet. All right, guys. There we go. We have passed our exam. We have our bachelor's degree. That is amazing. What a great day so far. Now, I still got some planting to do, but I'm kind of on a high right now. We passed that first try taking our bachelor's exam, managed to pass it. So that is super exciting for me. I don't have to worry about that. We're definitely going to keep on working. Like I said, we've got plans with our education going forward. We're still a ways away from that, though. It's going to take us a while. Now, who cares about the education for now? Let's talk about what we're going to plant, guys. Our field's open. We got the John Deere fired up with the Bourgeau. It's time we put this setup to the test. Let's see what we can get. I'm planning on planting some canola for now. We're going to keep things relatively simple. We're you know what, we work at the oil mill, so maybe there's something there in our future. I don't know yet, but we're going to plant some canola to start with on this small plot of land, and just to see what we get. Now, realistically, this small plot of land, I'm not expecting a huge payday from. Looks all good though right here, doesn't it? Yeah, this is just going to be the start of our farm here in the grand scheme of things. The alfalfa has supported us to get us up and going, but now we're going to start diversifying. Like I said, we're going to be doing some canola on this new field. Once we manage to pick up some more fields, we can make our farm even bigger potentially. Who knows, maybe we'll even, I don't know, maybe buy a different farm. We don't have a lot of space up on this plot of land in order to build up this farm unless we take over this particular field, to be honest with you. Ooh, that's rough. Huh. I see a bit of a problem. I think I might have to remove the duals. Yeah, those dual wheels keep on rubbing when I think they might rub when we try and spin it around on the edge of the field here, guys. This could be a bit of an issue. Yeah, it's rubbing a little bit back there. Okay, that's a bit of an issue. We're going to have to deal with that going forward. I think we're going to have to... Oh boy, I think we could get through this, but we're going to have to deal with the removing these tires, I think. Those rear tires. Maybe we just go to some wides and get rid of the duals. I do like having the duals on this thing. It does have a little bit more grip, but we can probably just go to wides. I think we'll be okay with that. But yeah, then we won't have to risk when we turn it, the wheels hitting the planting head, the toolbar itself. All right, so it's fine. Everything else is fine. The corners are just something I have to be a little bit more cognizant of when we spin this thing around. We've got GPS set up to do skip rows so that it doesn't have to turn quite as sharp, but I'm still having some issues trying to spin this thing around here nice and easy. Nice and easy, as you guys see what I mean. Yeah, it's not great. It's not a great system right now. We're going to have to figure that out. You know what? That's all right. Trial and error. We'll get it all right. As long as we don't damage or break anything, that's okay. So I'm doing the up and down sides. First, we'll do probably 2 headlands afterwards, just to make sure we get everything that's... and the nice thing is we limed, of course, so we can see exactly what we've missed and what we planted. The last couple, let's get back through the rest of the field, and we'll be doing our headlands right away, like I said. That's unfortunate, though. You know, you think you have things all planned out, and you have the setup that you're really happy with, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait, that's not going to work, so I've got to fix it and change it. Maybe I can take it back to the John dealership and they'll do this for free. Oh, boy. I hope they will. I hope they've got a set of tires I can just put on this thing that'll make my life a little bit easier. All right, a couple more passes left on this, but it's all right. It's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. We just got our headlands to go do now. The headlands will be fine. We don't have to turn as sharp on them, of course. Probably 2 headlands. Yeah, it looks like 2 headlands, and we should be good. All right, so that's working out well. Like I said, it's a direct drill, so I do not need to do any tillage work. We can just jump into the field every year and pull this thing through and plant to our heart's content, which is kind of nice. So that's the plan going forward. Now, we're not using barely any seed. We're using some fertilizer on this. Another reason why I kind of went with canola. Come on, easy. Come on, grab all of it. Let's see how much I can grab. Can I get it all? Looks like I can get most of it at least, right? Yeah, that was one of the reasons canola is always nice as well. We're barely using any seed. Of course, we will need to get some fertilizer at some point. We're not going to use it all. Of course, this time we'll be able to plant probably 3 times maybe on this field. But hoping by next year, we can expand the farm, and that's the whole reason we went with this setup. This planting setup is due for a much bigger farm, of course. Now, I've got all this done. We've got this field taken care of, and that's great. But come harvest time, guys, we're going to need a lot more equipment and, well, storage capabilities as well. Once again, I don't have anywhere to store this crop once we take it off, do I? Yeah, that's something we need to figure out. And plus, more storage for equipment now, because I've got equipment starting to spew out all over my farm and just kind of be parked in the fields, which is fine. But some of this stuff we're going to need to figure out and make upgrades to. The alfalfa, you know what, guys? The alfalfa is ready as well. I might as well knock that down. Yeah, that's something we need to talk about. We need to upgrade on this baler, I think. I wonder what we can do with this. I've got an idea. I've got an idea on the baler. We've got an idea, something to fix that baler up with. It's actually, we'll see. It's an inexpensive fix for the baler in the grand scheme of things. Now, I thought about going to a full-size baler, of course, right? We're looking at another $100,000 minimum if we want to go to a realistic, like a full-size baler. But I don't think I want to do that right now. I do need to save money up for the rest of our farm. So that feels like that would be a bit of a waste right now to go that hard into it. So we'll see. I've got a better idea, I think. But you know what? First, we've got to knock down all this alfalfa once again. Putting the farm all back to work. But you know what? The farm all with this swather does a pretty good job of it. I mean, we can get through this in literally about half an hour, 25 minutes. And we still have the big field to do, mind you. But I'm just saying, guys, this setup, I don't know if it's going to be easy for me to beat this particular setup anytime soon. Now, there are larger swathers, like self-propelled swathers out there that we might have to look at some point. Well, that's a couple $100,000. Is that better off than what we're doing right now? Not that much. So we'll see if we end up going there. If we keep on pushing alfalfa, that's the key. For now, I'm happy to keep doing this. We do this 3 times a year. It makes us a decent profit. And yeah, well, that allows us to build up the rest of our farm. Last pass here, by the way. Last pass. Got a little bit more left to do. And then we'll bring out the baler, because I think I saw it going back towards the farm. You guys are going to want to see this. It's actually pretty cool. All right, last little bit. All right, that'll do. Perfect. Okay, let's talk about baling. This is, well, our Massey baler, along with a fully attached rake to it. Yeah, that's right. We got a rake attached directly to our baler now. It's not 2 pieces of equipment. It's just the one. Now, in theory, I think, will I be able to handle it? Probably not. You know what? We'll take the John Deere instead. We'll keep it simple with the John Deere. Yeah, the John Deere will probably be better off. Now, like I said, we got the rake, we got the baler together, the combo unit. This ended up costing us about 40 grand to have this attached and permanently put onto our baler. But it's going to allow me to do things a little bit quicker. Now, of course, I could have always just got a small rake and hired someone with another piece of equipment. We could just follow around with the baler, but I don't really have a lot of people I can trust out here. Gertie's not out this way, so far we've been working on our own, and this is the best way for me to keep on doing work on my own for the longest period of time we can, and making things a little bit more efficient here and there. I think going forward as well, we're going to want to be able to bale more things, and the fact that we're doing so much alfalfa baling, I'm trying to find a way to make this a little bit easier on myself, and this is one of the ways we did that. Yeah, it cost 40 grand, but whatever. It's racking up a lot of bales. Once again, we should be able to get about 900-ish bales between the 2 fields, but this is working out actually not terribly bad. I'm pretty excited about this. Let's get over to the other field and take a look and see how we're going to make over there. And another 10 acres to go finish off, guys, but like I said, our biggest problem, I think, is going to be just dodging bales with this setup now. Just the fact we're taking roughly 3 rows, and then when we spin it around, of course, those 3 rows are probably going to be, well, the bales will be in our way, and we spin around. So that'll be my biggest problem, but relatively efficient to take care of these fields. I'm going to be saving a little bit of time, that's for sure. Cool. Hopefully for roughly 900 bales, I'm going to have to come back and pick these up. So let me wrap through these as quick as I can, and I'll see we're ready to go pick up some of these bales as we kind of get near the end of today. Remember how I said it's going to be difficult to get through? I hit a few. I definitely hit more than my share of bales going through here with that rake, but we got through it. I've got to figure out a better path in order to get around. I think maybe, like I said, once we even drop down to single tires on the back of this John Deere, that would make my life a little bit easier. I do wonder if the farm-all can handle this. All right. Everything's put away for the most part. Of course, like I said, I need to go pick up all those bales. I didn't even check the counter, to be honest. I really forgot to check the counter. We'll check later on. I've got a lot of bales to go pick up. Should be roughly 900 bales once again. 900 baby bales. I mean, it's good cash. I really can't complain. It's just, I wouldn't mind having maybe like 150 full-size bales. That would be nice. Maybe we could work towards that going forward. I think that would make my life a little bit easier as well, because we could actually, I think we could probably store those all in the barn. For some reason, yeah, there's just not enough room with the baby bales. If we had full-size bales in here, I think I could fit more in. I think that's how it works in my mind, at least. Anyways, we got a bunch more bales to go pick up. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit once we pick these all up. That's it. All the bales have been picked up, thrown in the barn. 850 bales we picked up off those fields. Not quite 900, but still not bad. Decent harvest. But you know what? I think that's going to do for a couple of months here. We'll see once we get closer to harvest season. I'm going to have to go do some fertilizing once again on all our alfalfa fields. And I think the rest we can leave. I'm not planning on doing any weeding on our new field. That's going to be something that's going to have to happen later. Another harvest later on, once we figure everything out, because I've got a lot of equipment to buy in the very near future. I'm trying to save some cash. So I'll see you guys. Well, come the fall, I guess, technically. I'll see you guys in a couple months. And we are into, well, it's not technically fall. It's August. It's not the fall. It kind of is. It's harvest season, though. As you can see from the golden flocks of canola. The golden fields, the golden flocks, the golden, I don't know. The golden fields behind me. We got canola to harvest, which leads me to something we're going to have to take care of. Well, I spent some money already. As you can see, we're down to $90,000. We've been working our butt off at the oil mill. But the barn is full. The barn is absolutely full. And of course, we've got rows and stacks of alfalfa from our last harvest that don't fit. But I decided to build something before even selling anything off. I've got another barn. I got a brand new barn. We did a bunch of paving work. It also has a silo with it. So we needed some place to store. I felt like this might be, well, the cheapest option. It's got a drop pan for a dropping scissor, or for taking in the grains at least, which makes my life a little bit easier. It's not the nicest thing in the world, but it does work. I mean, it will allow us to, well, drop all of our canola in there that we're going to get off this field. And it does give us a bit more storage as well. Relatively inexpensive by comparison to, well, a lot of other options. Now, I do need a piece of equipment. Yeah, we need something to harvest this field with, guys. So I figure, once again, we need to get something that's going to look good going forward. So $240,000. If we finance this over a year, that will be a decent way for us to do this. I can't afford it right out of the gate. Of course, we only have that $90,000. So if I purchase a brand new combine, of course, we also need the header, which we're going to finance as well. I think we'll be good to go for a while. We'll just have to make sure we manage our finances. We're going to be, well, spending roughly $40,000 a month for the next 6 months, year. Oh boy, I didn't do the math on that. I got to refigure the math. It don't matter. We got some new toys. It doesn't matter. You know what? We're going to worry about the finances later, Klutch. Is that right? 40,000 is 20,000 a month for the next couple months. Yeah, that sounds more accurate. Anyways, new John Deere looks good. Let's take this over to the farm, and we're going to run this through its paces today. Should be relatively easy for this thing. Not a very big field once again. So we got the 5 acres to take care of. But this is going to be, I needed to get something that we're going to be able to use going forward, of course. And this just this seemed like a pretty good deal. This is not the biggest combine in the world, but for our needs, I think it's more than enough. Especially when you consider the major upgrade that we did to this combine was a larger grain tank. So it does have the foldable big top on it. That was really the only upgrade we had done to this thing. So that'll give us a little bit more room in the old grain tank because, well, to be honest with you, I don't have a grain cart yet. Well, technically we do, but technically you know what, we better talk about that as well. We've got this flat deck trailer, which we've been using for bales, the bale trailer. I've got sides for it we can put on it as well, though. I mean, it's a couple $1,000, but that does give us a grain cart at least then. It's something. It's not great, but it's something. All right, let's test out the brand new the 760, the S760. First time harvesting anything other than alfalfa out here. I believe we've got this set up so we should be able to get some straw from the canola as well. I don't think we're gonna get very much straw, but it's an added. It's a 2-for, right? We got a 2-for. We can get the grain, we get the straw. The canola straw is not a lot of it. but it's something we're going to be able to sell off as well. We might as well make some bales with this afterwards. Now, like I said, we do have the extended top on this, the foldable big top. So I don't even know if we're going to need that grain cart in the grand scheme of things. We should be able to, I think we should be able to harvest this without even filling up that tank, that grain tank on the combine itself. Yeah, it's looking that way more and more right now. We're only at not even at 50% full on that grain tank, and we're definitely probably more than 50% of the way through this field. And yeah, didn't even need, guys, I didn't even need to use that grain cart at all. We could have just dumped straight into the silo. That's okay. We'll still run some tests to make sure that the everything's running the way I expect it to, because going forward we're of course going to need all that stuff, but at some point in time we're probably gonna have to upgrade the old grain cart, because I'm pretty sure it won't hold that much. Yeah, there's no way that grain cart's gonna hold everything that's in this combine right now. It looks so massive. Like the size comparison between these two are kind of ridiculous, to be perfectly honest. All right, dump this into our silo, make sure our silo is all set up properly. Everything is working there. All right, in we go. Grain's going into the silo. Perfect. We'll have to do 2 dumps. And then, of course, we're going to go bale up this straw we got. Once again, I'm not expecting a ton of bales off this, but I will take everything I can get right now to make sure that we can keep on paying off that those loans we have for the equipment, that new combine and header. So we better make sure we can do that. Let's go. Let's get to work. Yeah, that's kind of a waste. Unfortunately, the arms, the rake on this baler does not fit 2 rows. So I'm still stuck doing the same thing we did with the original baler. I wish it was almost, maybe I should have got it so it was separate instead of putting it all together. Might have made more sense. Regardless of which, we got all the bales off this field, guys. Once again, I'm gonna go pick these up and store them someplace, but I think that's gonna do it for this harvest. So we've got a bunch more alfalfa we're gonna have to harvest one more time this year, I believe. I got a long ways to go in order to get, I think it's my master's degree. I think we're working on the master's degree next. And I don't know yet on jobs what we're going to be doing on that going forward, guys. So oil mill we're going to stick with for the time being, and we'll see where we go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, as we've got our degree, our bachelor's degree now, and the farm is starting to progress. We're getting up there. So drop a like if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Klutch from Judith Plains. Over and out.